To demonstrate the use of warp text, I'm just going to actually use just a blank page, and I already put the words warp text onto that as some text to work with. And as you can see, if I click on the text tool and just click on the here, I've got it 60-point text. Arial just chose my basic blue font is all I'm looking for. And you notice it came in as a separate layer. It's on its own layer. So if I go to my layer palette here, I can right click on this and excuse me, and duplicate the layer and do that. Now by duplicating it, duplicate in the exact same registration as this, so it's right behind the original text. If I use my move tool, I can move it up here, and I'm going to do that one or two more times. I'm going to right click on that, duplicate layer again, and there it's right behind this one. So if I move tool, I can move my text there. And let's do one more. Right click, duplicate layer, and you'll see why in just a second. That one is up here, so I'm going to move it down here. And let's if I have auto select layer chosen right here, I can then click on this layer and move this around a little bit, space them out a little bit here, so they do like that. Now let's see what does this warp text tool do. So if I go back to my text tool, let's say I'm on this copy right here, which is the top text right there. If I go to my warp text, and let's say I move this dialog box out of the way, and let's just start with something simple, arc. Okay, and all of a sudden you have some options. You can change the amount of the bend, so we're just going to do a little bit like that. You can change your distortion a little bit, so you can, or I can do this way. So you have quite a few variations that you can work with there. So I'm going to say OK to that. I'm going to go to this layer, and let's see, do you remember which one that is? That's the next one down right here. Okay, so let's go to that one, and let's go to warp text once again. Let's choose let's choose flag, and again you can change the amount of bend. Let's give that a little more bend there. Let's move my vertical distortion, and let's do something like that, and say OK. And let's go to this warp text one, and that is that one there, right there. Let's go to warp text, and basically the warp text is simply an option, a way to give your text. Let's see what fisheye does. Here we go. There we go. And let's try the vertical distortion like that a little more. So you got some options there. And let's see, which one have I not done? Well, let's let it like that. So my original text is right here, and by doing some simple applications of warp text, I can change my text to give it a very different look. Now again, keep in mind, each one of these is on a separate layer. So for example, on this one here, okay, which I already got, so my symbol shows I've used warp text, I can then go to layer styles, and I could add, let's say, a drop shadow to it. Let's go to drop shadow, and let's put this one on there, and there's my drop shadow on that. I can tailor or fine-tune that drop shadow. I could make it a little bigger, a little smaller distance, so we can change that a little more. The opacity, make it darker so it stands off a little more. I can even at this point right here, I could add a bevel to it, and maybe I can't right here. I need to do that. Let's say OK here to that. Let's go to bevels here, and let's put a bevel on that. And now I can go to my bevel, my FX icon, adjust the size of that bevel. See what I'm going to do with it, and do some more enhancements to it in that manner. So now you see this text. If I hold my spacebar down now to move this text, with the warping going on and also the layer styles, actually adds some three-dimensional look to it and makes it look a little more appealing than some of the others. So got a variety of things you can do with text to make it really pop out and stand out on your page.